Chad's President Mahamat Idriss Deby arrived in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso, on Thursday for his first official visit to the country. President Deby was greeted by Burkina Faso's transitional president, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, who extended a very warm and fraternal welcome, according to officials. He is scheduled to attend the opening of the 29th Panafrican Film and Television Festival of Ouagadougou, FESPACO, where Chad is the guest of honor. President Deby was greeted by Burkina Faso's transitional president, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, who extended a very warm and fraternal welcome, according to officials. Traoré personally welcomed Deby, presenting him with a traditional chapeau-saponé hat, a cultural symbol of Burkina Faso recognized as a World Cultural Heritage item. The visit follows an invitation extended by Traoré. Following a review of officials, including presidents of major institutions, senior military officials, ministers, and heads of major military formations shook hands with President Deby. Captain Traoré also greeted the Chadian delegation, which included Minister of Cultural Affairs, Tourism and Handicrafts Abakar Rozi Teguil, who is the head of Chad's participation in the festival, as well as Chadian filmmakers, producers, and actors. The two heads of state then had a brief meeting in the Salon of Honor. According to a press release, both Deby and Traoré represent a new generation of leaders, sharing similar backgrounds and a common responsibility for their respective nations. The two leaders are said to embody the strong historical ties and shared destiny of their countries, underscoring the importance of preserving and strengthening their multifaceted cooperation based on kinship, fraternity, and trust. Deby, who recently became an author with his book From Bedouin to President, understands the impact of culture in promoting his country's image. His presence at the film festival underscores his commitment to supporting Chadian filmmakers. For the Chadian community in Burkina Faso, the visit was a source of pride, with many expressing their enthusiasm as the presidential motorcade passed. Deby's attendance at FESPACO highlights his commitment to promoting national identity, creating a fund for cultural initiatives, and building modern cultural infrastructure. According to officials, he aims to go beyond simply discussing the importance of culture, instead embracing the power of cinema to tell Chad's story to the world. This year marks the first time Chad has been the guest of honor at FESPACO since its creation in 1969, following the International Tourism and Hotel Trade Show of Ouagadougou, Sitho, more than a decade prior.
Guys, I love what is going on. I love what I'm seeing. I mean, if you can't even hear the French, you can see you can see what is going on. Now, this is Chad president currently in Burkina Faso. I think he was invited. He's a guest in they are doing FESPACO, which is a film and television festival in Burkina Faso, a Pan-African film and television festival in Burkina Faso. So it's a very good thing, like, to see them uniting. I mean, you can see in the video of how he was well received in Burkina Faso by, of course, Ibrahim Traoré himself. Believe me, this kind of meeting, this kind of thing is a great news. Forget, because why would I say it's a great news? This man could have sent delegates, because I was checking to see why is he going to Burkina Faso. Was he an invitation? Was he like, maybe they want to discuss, maybe he's planning to join AES or stuff like that, anything can happen. But he was actually invited for a FESPACO Pan-African Film and Television Festival. But he didn't choose to send delegates. He went there himself. Despite all the whole drama that is circulating about Burkina Faso, that means these people are in good terms, right? These people, like, they are already talking. Sahel is a moving train. I understand. Sahel is going to be the first part of Africa to be liberated. That's how I'm seeing it. You see, what is going on in Sahel right now is a wind of change, and I love it. I love it. I'm seeing as that particular region is becoming free from Western whatever. I don't know what I'm going to say. Because I love let me tell you, the unity of Africa will bring about the liberation of Africa. The unity of Africa. Anytime Africa is able to unite, anytime Africa is able to come together, there's a lot of our problem, almost 90% of our problem will be gone. That's why I keep on preaching in this channel, Africa should unite. We should unite. Unity is our strength. Especially now that we don't have, which African country have nuclear weapons? Which African country have nukes? Or maybe which Africa have a powerful army that can face us, these Western or Asian countries? So the only thing Africa can do right now is to unite. Imagine Africa having its own military. If Africa have its own military, believe me that before any Western country can threaten Africa or misbehave in any of the African country, the country needs to think twice. The leader of that country needs to think twice, because they should be afraid of Africa. Africa is the backbone of everything, all the resources in the world. And we don't have a reputable army, we don't have a reputable military, a joint force that can protect these resources. Think about it. If Africa is able to unite, what I want in Africa is, I want to enter train from where I am right now and go to the 54 countries in Africa. I want a complete free trade zone in Africa. You can transact to somebody in Tanzania, Malawi, South Africa, Nigeria, Angola, Botswana, like Chad, Burkina Faso, transact, like relate. And that's how, if we can be able to achieve this, Africa will be free. So I love what I'm seeing, and I believe you love it too. So it's a beautiful weather everywhere. You can see I always jubilate when I see Africa uniting, especially when I see African countries coming together to discuss the way forward. And Sahel is a moving train. I always put these people first because I know these guys have got it all. They have got it all. They are mean. They have already, like Chad last few months, they chased away France. Yes, they said, France, you should get out. You should move away from our country, that we don't want the relationship anymore. The wind of change started in Sahel. It's been going on for a while now, and they are uniting. That's the good news that I've brought for us today. And I want you to witness that I would say that this will result in Chad joining AES. I'm seeing that already, because you can't tell me that this relationship is in vain. The relationship I'm seeing right now should lead for Chad to join AES. They need to join AES so that AES will become more stronger in terms of military power. You know, it should be alliance. So I would love to know what you think in the comment section, and see you in the next video.